Welcome back to The Price of Business. I'm your host, Kevin Price, talking to you about you and your business. We just created this segment on the show for The Price of Business TV show, and because my guest is so awesome, I enjoy having him on. Rex Solomon with HoustonJewelry.com. I had to go ahead and keep him an extra segment just for the radio, and so for those of you who are watching on Biz TV Network and happen to hear and wanted to hear more of Rex, welcome to those viewers. But Rex Solomon, Houston Jewelry is awesome. Why don't you elaborate a little more about what you guys do over there?
Well, we're one of the largest full-service jewelry stores in the city. We do everything from custom manufacturing. We are in-house watch repair, which is a growing rarity. We are one of the largest sellers of loose diamonds in the city. We also buy from the public. We buy diamonds, we buy silver, we buy bullion, we buy scrap gold. We pretty much do everything related to the jewelry industry as well as giftware. We are one of the largest stocking Yadro dealers in the city.
Wow. And also you're one of the oldest companies, aren't you?
Our first family store was in Houston in the 1860s.
Wow.
It was a general store downtown on Franklin.
You don't look like you've been around that long, so that's impressive. You
5
age
generations.
Well. Talk about the, in the television interview, we were talking about the energy situation and how that's plummeting. I saw gas from the $1.50 range this past week. It's crazy times. I mean, really crazy time. Talk a little bit about this bill, this omnibus bill, this massive, the Great Compromise bill is what you might want to call it, that Paul Ryan was able to usher through the Congress, through the House, and McConnell in the Senate, and the president signed it. One of the things that the Democrats didn't like and the Republicans did was the opportunity to export energy. What do you think about that? Can that make a difference on demand?
It isn't going to make a difference on price at this point. It will make a big difference when the world recovers and we then have the ability to sell oil on the open market, and it will make the U.S., the West Texas price of oil actually be the same as Brent. Because of the 40-year embargo, our price of oil was a couple dollars less than the international price. Mm-hmm. So that made it more, it was tied the hands of the domestic industry. The reasoning behind that is that after the oil embargo in 1973, every administration realized that it was paramount to national security that no foreign power be able to tie our hands behind our back by cutting off our supply of oil. So they said, okay, well, we have dwindling supplies in the United States, no exporting. Well, the problem that we have now is that a little over a year ago, a foreign power made a declaration saying that we are going to destroy the U.S. domestic energy production by lowering the price of oil, and we don't care how far it goes and how long it stays there. We want that industry out of business because we want to protect our market share. A reasonable administration would go, this is a direct threat to national security, especially when that foreign power has not always been friendly to the United States, and even more unusual since a number of its citizens have directly attacked the United States in the past 20 years. But this administration has chosen to do nothing about that. And it's interesting because the administration's stated goals has been conservation, increased fuel efficiency, developing an alternative energy industry. And all of those goals are completely destroyed by cheap oil. Mm-hmm. So when the president said last night, how about those gas prices? Well, sir, those gas prices are putting out of business all of the alternative energy industries. Nobody's going to go buy a Prius right now even in California, when they can buy an SUV and they can fill that thing up at $1 a gallon.
Mm-hmm.
When gas prices are $2, $3, $4 a gallon, they don't want the SUVs and the dually pickup trucks. They want the smaller, more fuel-efficient vehicles.
Right.
So whether you're on the left or the right on politically, neither one of your goals are met by allowing oil prices in the United States to be this low. How do you fix that? Well, we can't fix the world market. What the federal government can do is impose a import duty on foreign oil. And the federal government can say, Saudi Arabia, you can sell that at $5 a barrel if you'd like to. However, gets landed in the United States, the U.S. Treasury is going to take a tax of the difference between that landed price and whatever arbitrary dollar barrel of price the U.S. sets. So if it's $60 a barrel, $55 goes to the U.S. Treasury, pay off the national debt. Saudi Arabia, you want to keep on pumping it out of the ground under your cost? Go right ahead.
Obviously, that kind of policy, though, leaves us really vulnerable to retaliation, though, doesn't it, in other ways?
Well, I'm sure that other nations, that oil-producing nations, could impose duties on U.S.-produced products. What are those?
I understand that, but I don't know. I always get leery about, because ultimately consumers end up suffering from that as well.
Well, the consumer, what's going to happen is that the United States industry is destroyed, then the consumer is going to be long-term damage, because then we will be held hostage by the foreign power who's going to set the price high to make up for all this lost money they've had. Mm-hmm. And it's going to be that way forever because there won't be an infrastructure to bring it back.
Yeah, let me ask you, we have about a minute left. How did the holiday seasons go for you guys?
Our holiday season was better than most all of our competitors, but it was definitely an off season. Mm-hmm. And we had projected that. I mean, I've got...
You said that back in October.
I have a spreadsheet going back 60 years of charting sales in December and the whole year versus the price of oil, the constant value of the dollar, and the population of the city of Houston. You can see the ups and downs as the oil industry changes. You can see the sales change in the same way, and it tracks it. So we were prepared for it, and I know that there are stores which are closing now.
Yeah, because we've seen those.
Because they were not.
Yeah, Rex Solomon, he, again, was HoustonJewelry.com, HoustonJewelry.com. Thanks so much for being with us, as always.
Sure.
Good stuff.
Thank you.
All right. When we come back, we're going to have more for you. Do want to remind you the show continues 24/7 at priceofbusiness.com. And this is The Price of Business.